I think there's a thing with the boundaries that the reason why people cross them is it has something to do with their self image and ego.
There are literally certain people who they assume because they think a thought, I think I can do this, and I've been doing this all this time. It's right for me to
Mm-hmm.
in front of everybody. What?
I know there were times within my parents' life and my mother-in-law's life, I've heard from other people that like one of the reasons why a lot of people used to get beaten as kids is because their parents are stressed out. At work, like that parent when they went to work had such limited power in their own life that when they came home, they ran that household like a power monger. Like
We good?
what's good, family? What's good? What's good? What's good? Me and my dog John O back again. The conversation, man. John, man, how are you, bro?
I'm doing excellent, man. All I can say is, man,
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for this moment. I know a lot of times we spend a lot of times talking about the negative, but I can say I am super grateful to be in the position I'm in. I have people in my life who give a fuck, such as you. I'm in a relationship. Everybody's working toward a goal, and it feels good. It feels good to actually be in this moment. I know a lot of times we want to get to the next thing, we strive, and those things are good. But sometimes we got to take a step back and say, you know what? I am in a good position. This I've been striving for prior. Although I'm not where I want to be, I'm happy, grateful that I have these things in my life. I have these people in my life. So I want to say that. Start by that. So
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's good, bro. I'm happy to hear it, man. How are the kids? You want to shout them out real quick? Or you want to just jump in the topic?
Yeah,
man?
always my kids.
I like to do housekeeping.
Yeah, my kids always. I'm listening. My son is making straight A's and B's. My daughter, she follows his path. So my son is 14. My daughter's 12, and it's good to see that they're their own people. It's good to see that they want to strive, especially my son. He's always striving for more by himself. It's a beautiful,
right.
As a father, it's a beautiful feeling to know that I have a son who wants more. He's always striving for the next thing, and I'm happy that I'm able to lead him. His mother is able to lead him in that regards, and I'm happy that me and his mom have the relationship we have, where we're not fighting.
Right.
We are good at co-parenting. We're good at communication, and we're showing our kids that. So it's a good feeling. So I'll say that.
Yeah. No, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. I mean, I feel like your kids need it, bro. They need the good co-parenting. I'm happy to hear like a 14-year-old boy, a black boy in particular too, is actually excelling academically, because I feel like a lot of us, myself included, and particularly, bro, I was hella unmotivated to like actually try in school. You feel me? So to see it and hear about it is dope.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a cultural thing. I think it's really sad, but I think that's a normal thing. I think the push is more so on athletics more than academics. And because he lived in a house where his mother pushed him, he was more so pushed on academics. So I know the route she wants to take him, but I mean, if he's getting his grades done to get A's and B's, I can't ask for no more. I mean, that's what you're supposed to get, right? So I just think we're pushed to do athletics. Like, it's like, oh, this is the route to be. And it's like, not necessarily. My goal with my children has always been, I want you to be your own individual. I don't care what the thing is. As long as you're excelling in that and that's what you love, I don't care. I don't care if it's painting, that's what you want to do, and you make it a business and turn into an LLC and make it what it is. I'm not the parent to push my kids and make them and tell them, oh, you need to be this thing now. Let's make it what you want. It's cool. Let's go. Right. Just don't be no bum and lazy person. Don't be no person who's just sitting on the corner all fucking day, but be a person who's productive. And if this is what you want to do, hey, cool, let's go. Let's rock house. I ain't telling you you got to go to college and you got to be a professor or a doctor. Nah. If you want to be a barber, and that's what my son said, he want to be a barber from the moment he touched clippers. He said that's what he want to do. I said, okay. So I know the route to take him. Yeah. So, so
support them in their endeavors as opposed to trying to plan out every aspect of their life. Yeah,
that's it.
That's fair. So,
that's it, man. So let's get into the topic. Yeah, man, boundaries. Let's start off with it, man. Boundaries, dog. I want to talk about this because I'm going through a situation right now, and I feel like it needs to be talked about.
Yeah.
I want to get your take. You go ahead and say what you want to say, and I'll say my story, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. About boundaries in particular?
Yeah. We're just going to talk about
it. So boundaries, boundaries are extremely important, bro. In every facet. And I feel like the more I operate from a place of, okay, this is what I want from my life, this is what I need, et cetera, from being a teacher to being a husband to being and doing all the things I'm doing, bro, I realize how essential it is to maintain your boundaries, understand what they are, understand your limitations, knowing who and what is around you, who is willing to push your boundaries, you know what I'm saying, and who you need to stop dealing with as a result of them testing and consistently testing your boundaries is extremely important. I mean, and knowing where your boundaries are, one, and two, knowing not to be inflexible when it's necessary. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Knowing what they are is good, but also knowing, hold up, if you're, I'm a teacher, so I'm using it as an example. It's good to be firm with children, but don't be a terror or a tyrant to them. You know what I mean? Knowing the difference between the two and not trying to hoard power because you feel like I can establish whatever kind of boundary I have. You know what I mean? Using it in a way that's beneficial for all those around you. Knowing how to, be fair, be firm, but be fair. Be honorable with your boundary and understand that a boundary is something that you establish for yourself, and other people will try to cross it. That's kind of their aim. They trying to see how far they can go, how low can they go, how much of an inch can they turn into a mile, and knowing to not let them do that, and understanding how before you get to a boundary, be mindful of the little games and the psychological tricks and tips people might try to play in order to get you like have your boundary, to fold your boundary, to compromise your boundary, to acquiesce to their foolishness. Yeah. All of that is important. All of that is important. Right. All of that.
I think that.
So that's my thing.
I think that what I've learned, and especially as being a man, is that what's the sad part is that if you're a quote unquote good man, that's definitely necessary to show. Because it's almost like what I've learned is like when people see a quote unquote good man. So what I've learned is that the standard is we're told to be a good man. So we be a good man, but then all of a sudden being a good man, you're not being a good man enough. And it's like, then it's like you've been told to do this thing, but then people want to push you in every direction that they want you to go. It's like they want you to be good for their expectation. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? So you have to set those boundaries and say, that's why there's an old saying that says the bad guys, the good guys finish last. And the reason why that is because usually the quote unquote bad guy is just the guy who doesn't care. So he tells the lady, he says, look, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do it. So he lets her know right up front. The good guy is just trying to please the lady. So there's a difference, and you have to learn with yourself, like, no, I'm not dealing with this, or I'm not dealing with this foolishness, or that's why I enjoy the conversations we have, because there's no pushback, or there's no arguing, or there's no, and this is how I started to learn with myself boundaries. Who are the people in my life that I can think of that it doesn't feel like it's a fight 24/7? Well, Terrell comes to mind. This person comes to mind. Because they have a level of respect where I don't have to tell them. I don't have to tell that person, you don't say this, or you don't do this. It's just, they just do it. Like, regardless of whether I'm a professor, not a professor, whether I've accomplished a goal or not, they just understand. And I think that when you become older and you become wiser, you start to learn that, yeah, I have to set boundaries because these people aren't caring when something of their not liking doesn't go to whatever they want, right? So they think in their head, oh, well, I could say, no, bro. No, you don't get to say whatever you want because you've done this so many times. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
But this goes back. That's why I wanted to have this conversation about boundaries, how important they are, because there are certain people who will say, "Oh, well, this is the way I do it," and so because you do it that way, that makes it right for all people. What are you talking about? Well, what's going on?
Yeah, people only have their perception, bro. No perspective.
Right, and
no perspective.
Right, and it's crazy, and it's like you really have to put borders and boundaries up. So you say, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not tolerating that. I'm not okay with that.
Right.
You're not going to communicate with my wife. You're not going to communicate with my kids that way. Well, I just want to. Okay, so you want to, but that doesn't make it okay. What are you talking about? Because you want to. So if I want to break your window of your car, you're not going to say, oh my gosh, because he wanted to. Every excuse will fly out the book. What are you talking about?
Right.
And that's what I noticed. It's like you do one thing to this person who has this mindset of, well, the 50,000 things they do, nothing's wrong. You do one thing, oh my gosh, the world's going to end. What are you talking about? What? Little child.
Well, people are like
just like, what are you talking about, man? And I've had to learn that, like, there are literally certain people who they assume because they think a thought, I think I can do this, and I've been doing this all this time, is right for me to do in front of everybody. What?
Right.
I see your wife. I can just talk to her in a sexual manner. What? Because I thought the thought, or what? I would not dare. I call him my friend for a reason. I wouldn't dare go. You see what I'm saying? But there are men go, because I said it, huh? So you think, what are you doing? What's going on? And it's like you have to, like, I really, like, the older I get, the more I realize that. I told my son, I said, listen, it's going to sound crazy, but I got to tell you this now. There are going to be people who are going to fuck with you because they assume you're a nerd. They assume you're this good guy. They're going to fuck with you because it's a Tuesday. And it's not going to make sense to you today, but when you see it, you're going to be like, oh, that's what he's talking about. You have to set the standard now. Because if you don't, people walk all over because it's a Tuesday. I'm sorry to tell you this, but it's some real shit. It's really sad that we live in this society. It's kind of like backwards, where we're told to follow all these rules. But in essence, in some cases, the rules don't even help us. You're told to follow a rule, do the rules. When you do the rules, you do good, and the good outcome will come. But where's my good outcome? If every time I'm doing a thing, I'm getting ran over, where's this quote unquote good? So I got to recreate new rules within the rules. It's like, bro, what is you talking about? And I've had to learn that as I become wiser in my thinking. It's like, okay, who are these people who are really helping me with create my boundaries? Who are these people? Okay, think of Terrell, think of Anna, Valencia. These are names that come to mind that help me with my boundaries. So when shit gets out of whack, or this particular person is crossing my boundaries, I had to do this with a family member. Hey, bro, you got to go on, boy. Nah, man, and I've had that happen. This happened this week. Person got mad. Oh, well, no. You're not going to talk to me. You're speaking to me as a child. I haven't even gotten an apology from this person. I am a 40-year-old man. You're talking to me like a child. I'm addressing situation. I'm not talking to you like a child. So I told you're speaking to me like a child. I experienced that. You can't even in your head say, I'm sorry I made you feel that way. You just automatically asserted your own thought. That's why we don't communicate. You have to be like that. I haven't done nothing to disrespect you. I haven't done nothing to cross your line. I haven't done nothing to, make you feel any type of way. I say one thing to stand up for myself and look how you react. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you for showing me who you are. But I'm supposed to be there and take that. No. No. Right. The real life doesn't work like that. And it doesn't. And it's really sad that people assume that this is the way it's because I done it. I don't care what you've done. In my world, I operate off respect. I operate off we're gonna do things in a respectful manner. Because no way would you dare do that in front of some police or judge. You'll know to do it there. Oh, then your brain cells will kick in. But for some reason with me, you done lost all kind of thought process with this child. Right. And that's why I think having this conversation is so important. Because it's really sad. It's really sad. The wiser you become, the older you become, the more you just realize how people don't understand. They just don't get it. Like, it's like in there because they think the thing, I could just do it because I want to. Right. You're not doing anything to them. You're not doing anything wrong.
They don't even respect you long enough to hear your point of view. They just want to do whatever they want to do. Or they feel like because they've been doing this forever and nobody has stopped them, that it's okay.
And when I was younger, I used to think it was just like, oh, if you're in jail, it happened. No, it's everywhere, bro. Whether you're in jail, whether you're not in jail, it's like everywhere. It's like, you can't be serious. I told somebody this other day, I took a vow to myself 2 years ago, I will never bring another child in this stupid society because of this bullshit. And it's not because of the child. It's because of this society. It's so backwards, man. It's really sad. You try to do the right thing, you're not doing the right thing. No. You try to jump high enough, you're not jumping high enough. It's like, what? No. Right. No. I am not going to drive myself crazy and insane for some BS. You figure it out. It's just stupid.
And they got to, bro. They got to. People got to. That's one thing I had to learn, bro. Therapy taught it to me. Life taught it to me too, is that just like you said, bro, people don't like respecting your boundaries. And when you start to enforce them, they look at you like you're crazy.
Like you crazy, exactly.
They look at you like you're crazy. Like you done lost your damn mind. It's like, nah, bro.
You lost your mind for you standing up for you. That is the most amazing shit I have seen. And this happened to me this week. I'm on the phone. This person texts me. This is a person I know in the family for years. We're having kind conversation. I felt it, the tension rising.
Right.
So what I did was I would poke the bear, meaning I would say something and throw something out there, see how they respond. I say, I know I feel it. Yeah. I'm not stupid. I know what I feel.
Yeah.
I started to just throw stuff out there. And one day I told them, I said something to the degree of, I talked about religion, and I was like, I wanted to see how they respond. I noticed how they were talking, so they text me. I'm texting while I'm driving. I'm texting, and then they called me, and they're like, are you parked or whatever? I said, no, I'm not parked. I'm driving. Oh, why are you driving? You know, that's dangerous. I said, because I'm driving. I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
And they start going off.
Right.
I said, whoa, time out. You will not speak to me like that while I'm driving. No, but I'm just trying to look out for your safety. You were just texting me just 5 minutes ago. Now you're going to dictate to me what I'm doing on the other side of the phone? No, the fuck you're not. No, you're not,
right.
friend. Oh, well, and then they want to hang up the phone. I said, okay, bet you want to be nasty. You want to give me the silent treatment now? No, you're not. You called me about a situation which was in your head because you thought it was going to go the way you wanted. No, you're not. So I did. I texted him out. I said, okay, I'm finna send you a letter. Send him the letter. I sent him the letter. I said, I gave him 3 days. Didn't respond. I said, hey, I need you to read this letter. Told him 3 days. Now, mind you, this is a person who would text me back, call me back. Funny how you don't call me, text me back when it's something important to me. Wow. This is amazing. I'm just watching behavior. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not cussing you out. I'm not being nice. Third day comes, I say, okay, fine. Told him, I say, listen, I wrote him a whole letter. I said, listen, since you don't understand that what I was saying was important to you, I broke it all down. I said, we cannot communicate for the next 6 months, 7 months. This is why. And I broke it all down. This is why. Because you have crossed everything I told in 3 months. Funny thing is, they respond to me in the email. Oh, I have been trying to reach out to you. How have you been trying to reach out to me, but every time I contact you prior, you text me or call me?
Yeah.
Wow, now all of a sudden you done forgot because you don't like what I have to say. That's amazing. That's what I mean by you have to set bound. No. I don't want to hear what you tried to do. And then in the letter, it was, I didn't do this. You did. Oh, so you know how to talk. You know how to get aggressive. Oh.
Right.
You didn't do anything wrong. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing how you don't see your own behavior. It's just, I didn't do anything. I didn't say it. Okay. That's why we're not talking. It's okay. Keep talking. You're going to be talking to yourself. I ain't saying that.
Right.
You have to do that, bro. And if you don't, people will try. Oh, well, I don't care what you meant to do, because if the shoe was on the other foot, you will be the same person. Being upset, you'll be flipping off the handle because you didn't get your way. Oh my gosh. What? No. No, that's childish.
People like that.
Childish behavior, man. It's childish behavior, and it's really sad.
It is, dog. And it's sad because people think that it's okay to do, bro. People think that, when you set that boundary and they cross it, it's like, man, that was no big deal. Why are you getting all mad? And It's like, nah, bro. My limit is my limit. Don't extend yourself past my limit and then expect me to be okay with it. I'm not okay with it. Right. That's what it is. That's what it is.
It's
I think
right. It's just certain things that if you genuinely care about somebody, you just wouldn't do. Yeah. Like, I've had to learn that. Like, if I call Terrell my friend, that's his wife. I'm using this as an example. That's his wife. I'm not going to say anything crazy. That's like it just blows my mind that people don't understand that. Like, why would I do that? That's going to ruin that. That's what I'm thinking. Like, but no, because I wanted to. What? So because you wanted to do it, you just get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm not. No, that's insane. That's insane. Unless we're swingers, like we're not. So I'm not gonna think to say that. Like, no, I'm not gonna even address this. I'm not gonna talk shit like that. Like, that's crazy. But in their minds, oh, because it's a Sunday. So what? It's a Sunday. What does
Yeah.
that have to do with 1+1 = 2? Like, what are you talking about? Crazy foolishness, dog. And I just think people don't really and what I find the most amazing, people, especially in family, that'd be the worst. It's just because I knew you when you were 6. So
Yo, people do that all the time. That just be so crazy. So crazy. So crazy, bro.
So you knew me when I was 6. Okay. What does that have to do with today? I don't what. Oh my God.
Listen, I think it's because they think in their mind, because they have such seniority over you and age or whatever, they just feel like they can talk to you any kind of way. And it's like, I'm not a child. I'm not that person anymore.
Right.
Yeah, bro. That'd be killing me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. This goes into beliefs, and that's why I wanted to put the two together, like beliefs, and I think it all ties in together. I think that what I found is people who, especially who are super religious, that's their thing. Like, it's really sad. From taking a step back, it's really sad. You know
what's funny? But before we get all the way into religion, let me just say this one point. I think when it comes to boundaries, and I guess this definitely talks about religion too. I think there's a thing with the boundaries that the reason why people cross them is it has something to do with their self-image and ego. For a lot of people, they really feel like if I am who I think I am, I should be able to do X and get away with it.
Ooh, that's
and when you don't allow them to get away with it, they get insecure about their position either in your life and who you are, who they are, and that's what the fight is about. That's what the argument is about. And I'm like, because I had to happen with a student with me today. Yeah. I checked her on something, and she just kept trying it, and I'm like, she thought because she felt like she had a right to say something. Yeah. That because she had a right to say something, that meant that she was right overall. I'm like, just because you have the right to voice your opinion, don't mean you could talk to me any kind of way. You still gonna have to do what I told you because I'm the teacher.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind you talking. I just what you said was a boundary that was crossing me. And then not only was I saying that, all the other students were like agreeing with me. Because the principle is when you do it, because I think what she ended up doing was like she cursed. And I was like, you cursed and I need you to move. And she ain't want to move. And I'm like, I don't care if you don't want to move. She was like, oh, but I didn't mean it like that. It doesn't matter how you meant it.
Right.
You got to go.
Right. You got to go.
You got to go sit over there. That's it.
Gotta go.
And she kept trying to argue. I'm like, you can argue all day.
What's sad is just like what you're doing. What's really sad, and I was talking to my lady about this, what's really fucking sad, and I gotta say it like this, is you gotta do that to fucking adults. That's the even sadder part. I gotta put you in an adult time out, bruh. Like, I gotta, like, literally, that's how I process it. What you're saying, I gotta do this to grown ass fucking adults. And it pisses me off because now I gotta work extra hard. I don't even talk to my kids like that. You understand? Yeah. Like, do you understand how frustrating that is? It's like the people who raised me, I gotta raise them. That's how I feel. Like, it's like, damn, bro, man, like, damn. This a high school, like, this, I would expect that out of you. Like, I can have a little bit more empathy, but you a grown ass person just think you could, huh?
Right.
Nigga, what? You were talking to air? It's crazy to me. Like, just like what you're saying, processing these boundaries, it's just like you think because you thought it, when you thought it or how you felt it, I'm supposed to just say, oh, let me pause my life and do it because you said, right. You better get out of my way. And then when I get that's why I don't speak or I'm nasty. Oh my gosh! Oh, the world's ending. No, bitch, you was talking. You fucking mouth.
I just had an epiphany. Go ahead.
Just stupid, like stupid. stupidity at its finest. Because I'm an adult, so that don't mean shit. And then you get ruthless like them, all of a sudden you mad. Okay, and get mad. That's what I do. Get mad. Mm-hmm. I want to see what this anger is gonna do to me. Go on, just like what you said with your situation. That's an adolescent. That's a teenager. I would expect more out of that. And a grown ass, this is a whole nother ball game. You just think I could say it all because I want to. Mm-hmm. So what? You want to? Mm-hmm. I can't walk up to a police officer and say, "Hey, police, you know what? Y'all been beating us for years. Let me just punch you in the mouth. I'm gonna be in jail, you dummy." I would just know not to do it. Like there's just certain things, and that's what I find amazing, especially as I get older. Like you just see it a mile away, bro. Like you just see it because it's expected. I would expect maybe my son or my 12-year-old daughter to behave like that. I would expect it because that's their age. But you a grown ass person doing this childish shit. My son don't even act like that, man. My daughter don't even act. That's how I started figuring this whole shit out. And that's why I want to have this discussion. Mm-hmm. It's like, damn, they don't even talk like that. My daughter know damn well not to talk to me like that. We may be joking around, but she'll check herself. Oh, I'm sorry, Dad. I didn't mean. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you. But she knows that is disrespectful. That's rude behavior. That's how we raise her. But just for you to be a grown person to say, "Oh, because I want to," because you want to, what is you talking about, man? Right. What is you talking about, dog? And it blows my mind.
You know what? You know what's crazy about adults, though? I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you good, man. It's just we having a conversation. This is why I wanted to. I told you this shit gonna go long because I've dealt with this week, and I had to learn that like some real shit. Like it's just really fucking sad. Like the older I become, the more I see it. That's why I say I'll never have kids, and this because of this. It has nothing to do with the kid I'm bringing in the world. It has to do everything with the society. You're told to do something. You're told to be this good guy. You're told to do this. All the while you getting treated like shit. Just because it's a Tuesday. What? You got me fucked up. No, thank you. No, thank you, my friend. And then when I behave like this, why are you behaving? You know why I'm behaving? Because nobody giving a fuck about me. Bye. When you give a fuck about me and your bullshit ass mental Power Rangers in your head, I'll give a fuck. Mm-hmm. Like, child, bye, get out of my face.
Mm-hmm.
You're stupid.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's hella crazy, bro.
Crazy.
Damn. So, and there's two things that I want to mention. So the first one is, you know what I realized as you were talking, and I realized that a lot of people have scarcity mindset because of the amount or the lack thereof, lack of control they have in their own life.
So
they use good people as a way to reinstate their own level of, oh, I actually still have power over certain people and certain things. They use good and decent people. They wear us out because they know in their real life, in the real world, they can't try anybody else like that. Yeah. So they got to come to a person who they feel like is small or good and try all that shit on them. Because if they actually try being decent, or if they actually try this, if they felt like, you know what, I can actually do this and still feel full, they literally have to play mind games with certain people because they feel so small, and within the smallness that they feel, they really feel like I have to be able to stomp on this person so I feel bigger. Wow. Because there's not enough room for me. That's why it's scarce.
Right.
You understand?
That's a beautiful.
That
love it.
That makes, but I just thought about it, like, because for me, for example, I know there were times within my parents' life and my mother-in-law's life, I've heard from other people that like one of the reasons why a lot of people used to get beaten as kids is because their parents are stressed out. At work, like that parent when they went to work had such limited power in their own life that when they came home, they ran that household like a power monger. Like they wouldn't let nothing go because they felt like I at least got to control and dominate one area of my life. You see what I'm saying? So it's like the things that me and you are experiencing as good men, bro. We probably getting that because they feel like, I can't try this shit with the world. So I could try this shit with decent people because I know what these decent people, they just gonna let me walk all over them and da 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 da.
Right. And what's really sad is, especially us as good men, what I noticed is being a good man in many women's mind means you're weak. It's like equivalent. Mm-hmm. If I'm good, but the weird part is you claim you want this good man. The good man is over here, but he's weak. He's weak from following the rules. It's the weirdest shit. It's like, what? Like, when you really process it, right? That's how I process it. You want the good man. I'm being the good man, but you don't like the good man the way he's operating. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just, stop following the rules after I'm following the rules in your head, what's in your head and your emotion? I'm just going to do what you say. Child. No.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. It's just crazy. You want me to follow the rules. You want me to follow the rules, do this thing, and then I'm just expected to say, oh, I knew I was supposed to do this thing on the job. I didn't know one little thing was going to fuck me up. I did not know. God damn, man. And that's how I see it. I didn't know one little thing in your head was supposed to be the obligation in the moment. No, thank you, bro. No, thank you.
Yeah.
It's no thank you. And then when you don't care, or you don't, I don't want to deal with this. Oh, well, why are you doing? You know why I don't want to? Because when I've been there doing the 10,000 things you told me, you didn't hear me. That's why. Why wouldn't I have to be rude and nasty? Do you hear me? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Now you hear me. Oh, God. Now, what? You care now? Oh, my gosh. You care now? No. You didn't care before. You don't care now. Bye.
Right.
You didn't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm just reflecting behavior. That's all I'm doing. I was being nice. I was being kind. All I get, not seen, not heard, not valued. That I always say is not seen, not heard, not valued.